Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see the summary of Who Will Buy My Mangoes by Ruskin Bond from the Tales from the Jakarta in folk literature. Now, the king of Benares wanted to get married. And when this news spread, all the kings and princes from the different corners of the country wanted him to marry their daughters. But the king was not able to choose any of these princes. And so he was very sad because he wanted to get married, but someone had to attract his mind. That was not happening. And one day, when he was sitting near his window and thinking whether he will be able to find a suitable match for him, he saw the marketplace because that was close by his window, and the bazaar was busy and colorful with all the fruit sellers and cloth merchants and bangle makers all selling their products. And the people were there, crowds was there, and above that the voices were heard. And among all the voices, one particular voice attracted the king. And that voice was of a girl saying, "Mangoes, who will buy my mangoes?" And the voice was so sweet that the king started looking around and he found the owner of the voice. The owner of the voice was Sujata, the daughter of a poor fruit vendor, and she was busily trying to sell her mangoes. And she was wearing only a ragged clothes, but she was so lovely and graceful in her movements, with slim waist, and her eyes was bright and lustrous, and she was a person who was not even conscious about her own beauty. And seeing her, the king's heart went to her, and immediately he asked his courtiers to bring the girl before him. And she also came with downcast eyes, and she looked so innocent in the royal presence, and the king could not help but just keep gaping at her. And the courtiers all were very sure that the king will not marry a daughter of a fruit seller because he had rejected all the princes who are high born in the land. But the king decided to marry her. He asked Sujata for her permission, and Sujata also said, "Yes, I will marry you." And then they celebrated the marriage with all the pomp and ceremony of a royal wedding. In the beginning, the king and the queen were very happy. But after a few months, the king started noticing a certain changes in Sujata. Her natural simplicity, which was actually the reason why he got attracted to her, left her, and now she became cold and haughty, especially with all the servants and other people who were very simple and humble. And by that time, it was nearly 2 years, the king's patience had worn him out. On their wedding anniversary, the king held a big party, a banquet in honor of his queen, and they sat side by side and they were tasting all the fine dishes that were placed before him. The king happily spoke to all his friends, but Sujata was very quiet and she was surely in a mood, and she was not interested in anything. And towards the end of the meal, bowls of fruits were placed before them. But the fruits were pomegranates, pears, mangoes, dates, and figs. The king, with his own hands, placed a luscious mango upon Sujata's plate. Looking at that, she asked him coldly, "What is this? Am I supposed to eat it?" This shocked the king. So he says, "This is it. So I cannot bear it any more. You have forgotten who you were before I made you a queen. You have become now proud and scornful. I saw you selling mangoes in the marketplace, and to that same marketplace only you must return. Perhaps when you go back, you will learn what a mango is." Saying this, he showed his anger, and Sujata also immediately got up, and without a word, she left the feast. And from that day onwards, no one knew anything about her. The king told everyone that he did not want to see her again, but in his heart he loved her a lot. And as days and weeks and months passed by, life without his beautiful Sujata became unbearable to him. He forgot all her mistakes and only remembered her charm and simplicity in the earlier days of their marriage. So now he sent all his messengers into the city to find her and to bring her back. But no one was able to find her because no one knew where she had gone. One day the king went to another city, and while he was passing through the marketplace, among all the noise, his ears caught one particular well known cry. And the voice said, "Mangoes, who will buy my mangoes?" and surely he knew it was Sujata in the crowd. And he went and he saw her. She was dressed in rags as she was earlier, but her beauty had dimmed through hunger and privation. But in the eyes of the king, she was lovely as ever. Now the king closed his face with the cloak, and he approached her and he asked her, "What have you there, girl?" "Mangoes, fine mangoes, sir," she said. Immediately the king removed the cloak and showed his face, and he said, "Ha, Sujata, now that you know what a mango is, please come back with me to my kingdom." And she also happily agreed. She fell at his feet and she said sorry, and the king pulled her up and he held her tenderly, and they came back to the palace in Benares, and after that they lived happily as a king and queen could desire. And here ends the story. If you have anything more to add on to what I've said, please write it in the comment box. Like the video, share it with your friends, and if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe and support. Thank you.